So, how do you feel about getting stuck in the elevator this week?
That was probably not the coolest thing.
I mean, it is a 1930s elevator, so...
I mean, I was like, how long are we going to be in this elevator?
You could tell that you weren't having fun from this picture.
Yeah.
Rafi's tips for artists because he loves you.
Hola, you amazing artist! I get a bunch of comments from people that are like, I'm gonna do this live painting and So I've done a bunch of live painting.
40 seconds, Mark.
So you would think that doing live painting shows wouldn't cause me to get nervous at all.
You would be wrong.
Yeah, you would be wrong. Recently, I was invited to do a live painting at a drawing rally where there was going to be a bunch of very, very talented artists all doing their art in the same space. And of course, when I got contacted, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. No big deal. I've got this. So a few days before the event, I started thinking about it and I got really nervous. And I wasn't sure why, because I've done these live paintings and you always get a little bit nervous, but I was really, really nervous.
Yeah, I realized you were nervous when you were like, I don't think I can attend.
Did I say that? Was I like, I don't think my schedule will allow for this show?
I'm looking through my schedule and I just don't think I can make it. And I was like, oh, he nervous.
Yeah, I was making excuses. I came that close to canceling. And luckily, I caught myself before I did something stupid like that. What I realized was that because there was a bunch of artists that I really, really love and respect, that was the reason why I was nervous about performing.
Turns out they were too. I talked to almost every artist at the event, and almost every one of them went through the same thing. In fact, one guy didn't show up because his schedule did not allow for it.
I don't know. Even after I was done with my painting, I felt like it looked like a macaroni collage compared to some of the pieces that I saw.
Incorrect. It did not look like a macaroni collage.
I know. Everybody was like, that doesn't look like... Well, they didn't tell me it didn't look like a macaroni collage. Your piece doesn't look like a macaroni collage at all.
Yeah, probably if someone says that, then it is a macaroni collage.
So needless to say, I did get over my fear and decided to go and pretty much rocked it and had a really, really good time with some really, really amazing artists and a bunch of people that came to see us. So how did I do that? How did I get over this almost paralyzing fear that caused me to want to reschedule?
I'm going to reschedule my agenda.
There are a few conversations that I had with myself and a few things that I did that caused me to feel really, really comfortable with the idea of performing in front of all these amazing people. So I'm going to share those with you. Number one, reframe the questions that you ask yourself. So some of the questions that I was asking myself that was causing me to get nervous were things like, what if you mess up? What if everything you create sucks? What if your pieces are the worst pieces there? Needless to say that wasn't making me feel any better. Not even a little bit. So what I decided to do was reframe all of that. And instead of saying like, what if your pieces suck? It was like, what if you have one of the most awesome pieces there? What if you make some new friends with some really, really awesome artists? Like, what if you have a great time? Reframe whatever garbage you're telling yourself into something much more positive in your own mind. Number two, practice as if you are the worst. So this might seem counterintuitive, but one of the things I did was tell myself, like, well, what if I am the worst artist there? Can I have a good time even if my stuff sucks compared to everybody else's? I'm going to be looking at their stuff and thinking like, man, that stuff is great. And I'm going to look at mine and be like, it's...
Yeah, and chances are everybody's going to feel that way.
Yeah, everybody's going to look at their own piece and be like, meh. Just practice looking at it from that perspective and making yourself okay with that. Number three, visualize the sequence of your layers of painting. For me, something that made things a little bit easier was picturing what it was that I was going to do and kind of visualizing myself going through the process. In fact, one of my biggest fears upon getting there was thinking that, did I forget something? Did I forget a certain color? Did I forget my brushes? What if I don't have what I need?
Oh yeah, you didn't have what you needed. You did forget something.
I did. I didn't have my blue tape and my spray bottle, so
I didn't have my spray bottle.
He did.
I didn't have my spray bottle.
I need my spray bottle.
Leave me alone. I don't have my spray bottle.
Shut up. Number 4. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Again, go through your mind and picture what is the worst possible thing that your imagination could come up with that's going to happen at this event. Are you going to be painting and like your pants fall down around your ankles or something ridiculous like that? Like, what is your brain telling you is the worst thing that could happen? Let yourself go there and then figure out like, okay, why is this okay? This is going to be fine.
Everybody's gonna tell me I suck.
That's the biggest one, is everybody's going to stand there and point at you and laugh at you.
What would you do if they did that?
I'd high five everybody. You suck. Yeah, thanks. Number 5, you're not there to perform. You're there to paint something. So you're an artist. So what you're going to do is go somewhere and paint. You're not one of these guys that does those speed painting performances and they're like dancing on stage and the one guy with the Freddy Krueger glove with the brushes.
Oh yeah, he's something else.
Oh God, that's ridiculous. I've got brushes. Ooh, look at me, I'm painting.
What if some of the audience are those guys that go out and do speed painting with spray paint?
Oh, you guys are awesome, but ridiculous when you do that thing. So don't worry about giving a good show. Just get there and do what you do. I mean, literally, people are going to be standing around. They know that they're going to be watching paint dry.
So unless you're like curled into a ball crying on your painting, chances are people aren't going to be none the wiser.
Yeah, even if you were curled up in a ball while you were painting, people would be like, oh, it's very expressive.
This is very emotional.
Number 6, take some deep breaths. Yes, just breathe, okay? Take a deep breath, stop, and just don't allow yourself to think. Just stop. Take a breather. Step back and realize that everything's going to be just fine. If you find yourself getting all anxious and like worked up, chances are it's just going to feed the beast and you're going to downward spiral into this like nervous jitters of
I can't breathe.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. Number 7, try power posing before painting. Do you guys know what power posing is? Power posing is when you stand up or position your body the way that you would if you were a badass.
That's good. I can feel the power.
So pretty much what I'm saying is just stand there confidently. Like, don't allow yourself to close up and get really scared and shy or whatever. Just kind of stand there, keep your arms open. Use the same poses that you would if you were feeling confident, happy, and just having a good time. There's something about physically changing the way you feel by moving your body a certain way. It actually causes a change in your chemical makeup, so it'll cause you to feel a little bit more confident. So if all else fails, get out of your mind and start moving your body the way that you would if you were feeling A-okay.
Yeah, you could even develop a super confident alter ego that does your shows for you. I am here to make paintings the best paintings. Only the best paintings. Out of my way.
So, I mean, if you want to go out and do a performance and you're too nervous to do it as yourself, maybe come up with an alter ego that goes and does these live paintings.
It doesn't have to have a saucy French accent.
Or
But,
have,
have one.
or it should have a saucy French accent. Number 8, pause frequently and get perspective. Just keep track of the way that you're feeling throughout the event or before the event. If you find yourself going down that path of getting nervous, see if you can nip it in the butt. It'll happen throughout the night where you'll try to tell yourself that you should be nervous right now and just kind of catch it and stop, take a deep breath, take a perspective and be like, no, I'm just having a good time. No big deal. Number 9, come to terms with the fact that some people are idiots. So, some people are going to be idiots. That's going to happen. That should be in your worst case scenario thing. What if I'm painting and these guys come up and they're like, I don't know what it seems like they're doing back here. There's a naked lady over there. That actually happened during this last painting event.
Yeah, that was verbatim, actually.
It was. They were possibly there for the naked girl that was getting body painted and to walk around and make fun of and joke around about the artist. So, I mean, you deal with that however you deal with that. I asked them questions like, so, who's your favorite artist? Do you have an appreciation for Picasso or Dali? Who?
I'm pretty sure they didn't know where they were.
I'm pretty sure that they followed the girl with the body paint on, thinking that maybe it was something other than it was.
Like moths to a light bulb.
Number 10, it's not life or death. Just have fun. The ability to go out there and connect with other artists and to be in a space like that where there is so much creating happening was absolutely amazing for me. And any time that I've done one of those live performances where the band is playing and I'm painting and splashing paint around and that energy of the crowd is in there, and it's an amazing, amazing experience. I would say that it's caused me to grow in my confidence as an artist, at least the way that I perceive myself and project myself out in public. It's definitely something that if you have the opportunity to do it, and maybe the only thing holding you back is the fact that you're afraid, I would say push through that fear because you will not regret it. Trust me.
In other words, do it, do it, do it, do it.
And that's all I've got. Just don't be afraid and just do it. Get out there and paint in front of people. It's really awesome self-promotion and it's an awesome growing experience for you.
Put it in your schedule and keep it there.
Try not to make up an excuse that your schedule won't allow it. I really hope you guys found this helpful, and if you did, please leave us a thumbs up. And also, if you have any tips or questions for us, please leave them in the comment section below. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. You guys are absolutely and completely awesome. I totally adore you. And if you like this video and you want to watch more like this, you could subscribe right over here. And that's it. Say goodbye, Klee.
Good day.
Adios.